At the final of the professional match sprints, where defending champion Claudio Golinelli in blue meets the pumped-up East German Michael Huebner. This is a best-of-3 series, and it's as much a staring contest as it is a bike race. Huebner has won the first heat, so if he wins this, he will go on to win the gold medal.
So on the inside, Claudio Golinelli, the defending world champion, meeting for the first time in a sprint at any world championships, Michael Huebner, the East German, now a professional rider. And people often ask the question, why do the riders go so slow when this is in fact the fastest event in the world, the sprint? But it's only over the last 200 meters when the riders will crack 40 miles an hour. The moment the riders will try now to play cat and mouse. The man who has lost the draw, which is Golinelli, has to lead for the first lap under the rules, and Huebner will want to keep him there as long as possible because the advantage of surprise will always lie with the second man. Times don't count in this race. There's no comparison at all with other events on the track. It is simply the first man back. It is the best of 3 matches so that all fairness can result from 3 meetings, and at the moment Michael Huebner is 1 to the good. So in fact he is 1 away from a gold medal. The crowd remain hushed in the stadium. Golinelli stalks on the lower part of the track, knowing now that any attack will come above his right shoulder. He will continually look around to find out the location of Huebner, and in track sprinting you can actually ride off the track. Both riders now riding on what they call the Côte d'Azur, the blue ribbon. Huebner laying off his man. As they come round for 2 laps to go, you can see the size of these 2 riders because weight training and development plays a much bigger part in a track cyclist's makeup than it does for a summer road racing cyclist who is a long distance athlete. These riders are pure power men. Now as we come round towards the end of the first lap, Golinelli then has the right to try and manoeuvre Huebner in front of him. He must lead for that first lap till he crosses the start-finish line. But now he's moving his man up the track. His objective, once he's over that start-finishing line, will be to try and bring his bicycle to a complete halt. He wants to manoeuvre Huebner in front of him, where he can see him. Now he's over the white line. Huebner will try with determined fashion not to come past Golinelli because the best surprise is from the back, and he's actually feigned a move there to try and cause Golinelli to continue to roll. Golinelli is now trying to stand on one of the most difficult parts of the track, entering the 42-degree banking. He's trying to lock his bicycle up. He's failed completely. He's continued to roll on. Huebner has won that round, that psychological battle. He's kept his man in front from Italy, where he wants him, and they continue to roll around. So Huebner is known as one of the fastest sprinters in the world. He will have the utmost respect from Golinelli, the professional world champion defending his title. But over the years, Michael Huebner, who began in 1983 in Zurich with a bronze amateur world medal, he then graduated to silver in Italy in '85, then finally won the gold medal in Colorado Springs in 1986 as an amateur. This is his first chance to have a crack at a professional. And again, Golinelli tries to stop his bike dead on the track. Now, if your bike actually moves backwards, and the crowd are appreciating this, if your bike moves backwards, the gun will fire and the race will be completely restarted. You can only hold it still. And just look at Huebner behind him. Locked it perfectly in position. Remember, the object is that Golinelli wants Huebner in front, and he almost did it there. He almost stood long enough to force Huebner in front. And now Huebner bouncing his back wheel to try and lock it. This takes tremendous pressure on the legs. Well, the world record for standing still on a bicycle is actually over 3 hours, but not at competitive level. And just look at this, Huebner kicking back and forth to try and lock that wheel, but the pressure on those huge thigh muscles is quite tremendous, and he wants to save some for the sprint, which is not very far away. So, Huebner has decided to take the lead. Golinelli has won the round of the battle of the standstills. He's now got his man exactly where he's wanted him for the last 1.5 laps, and that's in front. He can see him now. So Huebner eases the muscles on that session of standing still and rides high on the banking. 42 degrees this banking. He rides as high as he can because it now means that Golinelli must make his attack underneath him. So he constantly watches over his left shoulder. Now he looks down to his right. They're dropping lower down the track as the bell rings for 1 lap to go. 333 metres to go. The clock will start over the last 200 metres. If Huebner wins this, the boy in grey, it will be a World Championship gold medal. If Golinelli wins and he makes the break first, it will be forced to a deciding ride. Golinelli now gives every bit of energy he's got down the back straight, but look at the speed of the East German. Michael Huebner comes onto Golinelli's shoulder as they come off into the home straight now. Golinelli winding it up for a big sprint finish and gets it. 65 kilometres an hour. That is 41 miles an hour over the last 200 metres. Let's take a look at that again in slow motion. The power of the East German, and this is the first time he's had a crack at winning a professional gold medal. And as he comes up to the finish, straightens the arm, throws the bicycle forward, and the gold medal is his.
And Phil, after that show of upper body strength by Huebner, I think Golinelli may be headed for the health club. Huebner gold, Golinelli silver, and Pates bronze. The second gold for Huebner in these championships. The East German on the medal stand today, and perhaps starring in Rocky VI. Next, we'll be back. Pan, we're at the Green Dome.